Radio SLCC, your online student source. Welcome into the district playoff as we are set for your Salt Lake Community College Bruins to take on the Cochise Apaches from down in Arizona. Both these teams picked up wins in their region tournament last weekend. The Bruins knocked off North Idaho College by a score of 86-73 to advance here, and the Apaches beat Eastern Arizona 98-76. I'm Zach Hodge, joined tonight by Matt Merkel, and our third person on the call tonight will be Brittany Colindres down on the floor. Matt, welcome into your first broadcast of a Slick Athletic event, right?
Great.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it is. This is going to be a good game. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. I think we talked a little bit about this before that, SLCC's got the size advantage.
Absolutely.
So Cochise is going to have to come out. They're going to have to come out quick, strong. They're going to have to get the outlet pass, and Slick's job is going to be to stop that.
And it's, they're going to want to run, and the Bruins, the toughest thing about guarding this Cochise team, in my opinion, is going to be, they're going to get out and run, but it's going to be that secondary transition where they're going to stop on the three-point line. Because looking at them as a team, they're shooting 38% from downtown as a team.
Well, and it's the same thing that if those guards can get hot quick from outside, it's going to stretch the SLCC defense.
Yep.
They're going to come out and pressure. Now, granted, Cochise doesn't have a lot of up-front big men that are going to sit there right in the paint, but if you can stretch SLCC out, you got a chance. They're going to have to play it tight tonight.
The Bruin guards, very athletic, very good. But if they're, like you said, if they have to get out and guard,
that's going to be it's going to be an interesting night if that has to happen.
Because the Bruins definitely have the advantage on the inside. Matt,
right.
let's go ahead and hit on Tyler Rawson.
Yeah,
the big bull up front for the Bruins, number three in your program, number one in your hearts. He's a 6'10" sophomore from American Fork, Utah, and he's going to have the absolute advantage inside tonight.
Yeah, he is. He's gonna have advantages in two ways. One, if he can get hot outside quick, he's going to be able to make that shot. That's going to force them to come out, and the kid is great off the dribble.
Yep.
If he's able to penetrate and either dish or make it to the hoop, it's going to be a long night for the Apaches here.
So Tyler comes into tonight averaging 15.7 points. He's shooting 33% from downtown. He's shooting 54% overall from the field. And the thing that's just not fair, he's 6'10". If you look at him, he's got those long arms, and he can jump.
No, he can move.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Give me one of them.
Right.
Let me shoot, let me jump, or let me have the long arms. I got the triple no, and he got all three.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, bro.
He's really going to be pressing, again, he's that outside threat. If they can get it to him wide open on the outside, open up that Apache defense, and then allow him to move down into the paint, man, it's going to be a long night, and that kid is going to have some big numbers at the end of the night.
And then another player, I talked to the coaches before the game. The Bruins had a little bit of trouble. They'd gone a little cold from the outside before the conference tournament, and the kid that really came out of his funk was Connor Toulson.
Yeah.
He was 5 of 6 from downtown going in the championship game last Saturday up in CSI. And if they can get him going, if you're not able to get down inside and double on Rawson, it's going to be a long night.
Right. Yeah, they've got a lot of impact. This is the thing. They're going to have to move the ball. They're going to have to pass quickly, and they're going to have to look for those lanes because those lanes are going to be there. They're going to have a size advantage. I think quickness, we'd say, is probably about square. But if they can move that, use their size advantage, open up their lanes, get hot from outside. Listen, if SLCC can start with two players hot on the outside, it's going to be a long night because there's going to be a lot of inside feeding going on in the second half.
And the Bruins, we talked the quickness right there. You hit on it. Something that could really cause problems for the Bruins, for the Cochise Apaches. It's number one, Arel Hennings. He's a 5'9" sophomore guard from Seattle, Washington. He is quick.
I tell you what.
I'm just watching warm-ups. He is quick.
Yeah, and I have a sneaking hunch he's got a killer crossover move in his repertoire somewhere.
And at some point we're going to see it.
Yeah, we're going to see it. So we might see a couple of broken ankles out there tonight. But it's going to be interesting to watch him because he's their playmaker. If he can get hot, he can start seeing the inside really quick, maybe get a couple of short shots, let himself to get hot, build that confidence. That's going to give SLCC a lot of trouble tonight.
Absolutely. Now we're going to go live down on the floor. We're going to hit up our sideline reporter here for the first time, Brittany Colindres. Brittany, what's your feeling on the game tonight? Brittany. Hang on just a second. We're going to wait and see if we can maybe... Oh, she's actually working one of the officials down there for some information, so we'll hit on something else. But the Bruins, they've had a very up and down season. A couple of good wins,
Yeah.
a couple of tough losses, and it seems like they're peaking at the right time.
Well, they took those 3 losses before into the tournament, and it looked a little rough, right?
Yes.
But they won those 3 in the tournament. Took a good game, played a little bit of underdog spoiler, and now, here we are. We're talking about district championships against the team that, hey, we'll have to see how it plays out. But I got a feeling it could go either way.
Absolutely.
You and I could be grabbing coffee by the third quarter, or it's going to be nip and tuck, and we're going to have a really exciting game.
Absolutely. All right, I think Brittany's ready for us now. So, Brittany, what are you feeling on the game tonight?
Hi, Matt and Zach. Can you hear me? Okay. It's great to be back here inside of Bruin Arena for one more home game. And as you know, the Bruins pulled off the biggest upset of the game this season versus the undefeated North Idaho College. They're playing tonight in hopes to advance to the national tournament. Aurel Hennings, the sophomore guard for Cochise, is one of their key players. He was actually named the Region 1 MVP. He'll be one to keep your eye on tonight. He averages 16.5 points a game and leads his team in scoring. And it'll be interesting to see if height plays a factor in this game at all. Slick's Tyler Rawson stands at a nice 6'10", and that's 2 inches taller than Cochise's tallest player. And a couple minutes ago, I actually had the chance to talk to Coach Marble, and he's so excited. He's ready for tonight. He said, we just need to get through this game, and then we can head to Kansas. So it's exciting, and all's on the line tonight. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Brittany. Great insight down there. Yeah, Coach Marble, he's an absolute stud. All the coaches for the Bruins, they're just dreams to work with.
They really are.
It makes my life so much easier.
Well, in talking to a couple of players over the course of this season, of course, Michael Waters, an extended reporter for us, these guys really stick around for the coaching staff.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're not just making great basketball players. These guys love the experience, both in and out of the dressing room, that they're having with this team. So, I don't know where Cochise is at on kind of, team chemistry, but I think that could be the difference for SLCC tonight. Those boys come together, they get a little gel going, it could be a great night for them.
Something interesting I saw here a few moments ago, I think it was right before we came on the air from the Cochise team. A bunch of the starters, mainly the sophomores, got together. They huddled up right at half court, put their heads together, and they're like, all right, boys, we got to get our stuff together. This is the one that matters.
Right.
If we lose this one, neither of these teams are going to get in that large bid.
No, right.
They both have too many bad losses to get in that large bid. Excuse me. So you've got to win this one.
We're almost
both
to 7.
Of them need it.
We're almost to 7 o'clock, so it looks like work time starts at 7 then.
It's going to be. I'm so excited.
Right.
So excited.
Yeah, going to be a good game.
And a couple. These teams didn't play each other all year. A couple of matchups that we have seen that crossed over. The Bruins played 4 teams from their conference. The Bruins went 3-1 as they knocked off South Mountain, Tohono O'odham, and Mesa Community College, but they did fall to Glendale Community College 92-86, and Cochise beat up on Glendale 2 times this year, winning 95-85 at home and on the road 94-71.
Yeah.
So a little bit of crossover there, not a ton. So I'm not sure how that plays into it.
I tell you what, it could go either way, and you're not sure, not sure what caused that kind of Glendale fall between Cochise and what we had that night. But tonight's a new night. Doesn't matter, does it?
It doesn't.
At
100%.
the end of the day, you're right.
One of these teams could jump up and knock off the Warriors tonight. That's the beauty of basketball.
That is. So here we are.
So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups for you and tip-off live on Radio SLCC and KSL.com, your home for Bruin basketball. Welcome back in on Radio SLCC and KSL.com. We're here live in Bruin Arena on the Redwood Road campus of Salt Lake Community College. We're almost set for the District 1 championship game. And first off, we got the starting lineups. First for Cochise. Starting for them tonight will be number 1, Arel Hennings. He's a 5'9" sophomore guard from Seattle, Washington. Number 5, Juwan Stepney. He's a 6'3" sophomore guard from Kent, Washington. Number 10, Justin Jones. He's a 6'6" sophomore guard from Cypress, Texas. Number 12, Emmanuel Shepard. He's a 6'8" sophomore forward from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And number 40, Chaz Mack. He's a 6'6" freshman forward from Tucson, Arizona. The Apaches are coached by Jerry Corrillo. He's assisted by Guy Meyer, Derek Lane, and David Matthews. And now the starting lineups for your Salt Lake Community College Bruins. First up for them will be number 0, Gibson Johnson. He's a 6'8" sophomore forward from Centerville, Utah. Number 2, Marcus White. He's a 6'6" sophomore forward from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Number 3, Tyler Rawson. He's a 6'10" sophomore forward from American Fork, Utah. Number 4, Tad Duffelmeyer. He's a 6'8" six-foot sophomore guard from Canberra, Australia. And number 11, Connor Toulson. He's a 6'4" freshman wing from Highland, Utah. The Bruins are coached by Todd Phillips. He's assisted by Paul Marble, Silas Mills, and Brian Swindlehurst. So, Matt, what's your gut feeling on the game tonight?
I tell you what, I think it's going to be close. I really do. We've taken it. It's been a week.
Yep.
This is one of those gap games. You get a week of rest, and it really pushes a team to find out if they can maintain that rhythm, maintain the momentum that they pulled out of that tournament, and really turn it into a win tonight. I've got confidence, but it's a little teetering. That 7-day break is a lot of time.
Yeah. The throwback to that, though, the first time all season that Cochise has left Arizona.
Yep. No, that's a good point. And didn't we talk about earlier a couple of days ago, I think they have not played a ranked team either.
Nope.
So here we go.
The Bruins have played a fairly tough schedule against NIC and CSI.
Yeah.
These two are Cochise. It's not as tough, but they're still a solid conference down there in Arizona.
It's going to be a good matchup.
So jumping at center for the Bruins, it will be Rawson. For Cochise, it will be Emmanuel Shepard. So we're almost set here inside Bruin Arena. The ball is in the air. We're underway. Rawson with a good tip went to Johnson, but it goes out of bounds off of Hennings. Bruins to inbound on the baseline. That was sneaky.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was very sneaky.
Nice firm tap right to the end where you got to play and see where it runs. Get those first points up.
Duffelmeyer to put it in play. Gets it to a cutting Rawson, and he slams it down for 2.
There you go. Nice view through the lane. Tyler cutting right into the paint. Good pass. Nice little finish.
Stepney with it on the left wing. Up top now to Jones. Jones looks back door. Now he gets it to Hennings on the right wing. Hennings with Duffelmeyer on. The Bruins come out in the man-to-man. Mack with it up top.
Look at that paint. That paint is empty. Nobody's sitting in that paint.
Hennings up top. 7 on the shot clock. Gets in the lane. Pass tip taken away by the Bruins. Toulson with it in the front court for 3. Long, no good. Rebound out of bounds off of the Bruins. Apache's ball.
Looks like both teams are going to take a few minutes to get their legs under them a little bit. Cochise looks nervous. A lot of area in that paint is vacant. So they've looked to the outside here to kind of key up.
Jones with it up top. Now Hennings setting it up. Their point guard, their go-to guy. Runs pick and roll. Oh. That's a tough call on the hedge right there by Rawson. That's one thing that the Bruins have had trouble with in their front court this year has been foul trouble.
Yeah.
If Gibson and Rawson get in foul trouble, they're still strong on the bench. They're just not quite as tall and long.
And again, some of that's nerves. You got to, right? Nobody's really felt the flow yet. So it's going to take a couple of minutes here.
Stepney's 3 is no good, boarded by the Bruins. 1 and done for the Apaches. Duffelmeyer on the other end. Gets right in the lane. Puts it up and it won't go. Foul on the rebound, though, called on the Apaches.
Well, the thing we're noticing early on is Cochise is clearing out the paint, leaving it empty. SLCC's getting some good passes driving to that lane. So they're getting access to that basket and getting close.
And now hold on. the foul got, I'm not sure who the foul was on. No, they'll give it to Gibson Johnson of the Bruins. So 2 team fouls on the Bruins. That's Gibson's first. It wasn't on Cochise. Stepney with it, drops it back to Jones. Long three up. Oof. It's an air ball.
That kid can shoot, though. Watch him all night.
Now Dufemar slows it down. The Apaches in a man-to-man as well. Toulson up top to Rawson. Now Dufemar. Dufemar drives wide open, puts it up with the left hand. 2 missed layups for him. Now Johnson's putback, though, was good.
Good. Again, Bruins showing they can get penetration in the paint.
Hennings with it. Oh, good pass inside to Shepard. He puts it up and gets it to go. The Apaches are on the board.
This game's got a quick pace to it already. Somebody's going to have to start setting some tempo and really creating some opportunities.
Rawson up top to Dufemar. His 3 around, no good. Boarded, though, by Toulson. He puts it up, counting the foul.
We're seeing one of the early weaknesses for the Apaches so far, and that's going to be rebounding.
Absolutely.
I mean, you got to box out on that. Missed assignment. We're hitting the lane and shooting for 3 now.
At the line, it will be Connor Toulson. Free throw up and good.
Apaches are getting it up quick. They like to get that ball up the court really fast.
Hennings with it on the right wing. They go into the post to Mack. Mack faces up on Rawson. Wants to go to work, drops it back now. Now Hennings resets. Hennings works to the left wing, 7 on the shot clock. He runs pick and roll. Up top, kicks in the corner, wide open to Mack. His 3 is no good. Boarded by the Bruins. 1 and done again for the Apaches. White gets in the lane, kicks it to Toulson. He wants the 3. Now he goes inside to Johnson. Johnson on the block. Quick shot, put shot, no good. Boarded by Dufemar. Great pass.
Man.
Great pass.
Johnson, if that's the way it's going to go, Johnson is going to own that paint.
All night.
All night. Ridiculous. Yeah,
timeout taken by the Apaches. Bruins up 9-2 early, and it could be bigger. I mean, how many missed layups do they have already?
Oh, you've got at least 6 points left on the boards there. Yeah.
17:05 to go. Bruins up 9-5, and we talked about it. The tempo of the game would really affect it. But they're playing the Apaches' tempo right now, and the Bruins are winning it.
That's the thing. You thought that the Bruins might have a little bit more pace, take that extra pass a little bit, slow them down. But no, and you can't blame them. They're finding lanes to get to the basket.
Yep.
At the end of the day, it's nice to have the pace, but if they're going to give you the hoop, you got to take it.
Well, there was that one possession where Dufemar, he dribbled it down, and Hennings was 5 feet off of him.
Right.
And Dufemar was like,
okay,
I'm 6 inches taller than you. I will dribble it down. And he missed the layup, but he got right to the right block.
Right.
That's, and if somebody helps off of him, who do you help off of?
Yeah. No, and you got the big man to rebound.
Mm-hmm.
You park him in there all night, move him around a little bit, but he's going to rebound all night.
A couple of subs here for the Apaches coming out of the timeout. Checking in is number 45, Jeff Long, and number 11, Dallas Polk Howard. Hilliard.
Gibson Johnson, if he plays it right tonight, he could end up in double-double territory.
Absolutely. Long with it up top. Now Stepney. Stepney wants to drive. Drops it back to Long. Now Stepney in the left corner. He takes the baseline, goes up, under, and finishes with the right hand. Good finish.
Did you see that? At one point, all 5 Apaches are on one side of the court. And there you go.
And then a quick retaliation there by Marcus White. He goes right to the rim, finishes with the right hand. Bruins back up 7.
Watch him. They'll shift all to one side. Leave the backside open.
They go inside to Polk Howard. 3 ball by Hennings is short, boarded by Stepney. And now we're going to get a foul called on the Bruins. I believe it'll be on Toulson.
And that right there, Coach is telling him, stick your spot. Don't give up these early cheap fouls, right? Especially going over the top.
Yep.
Maintain your pressure. We got to, it's 11-4. Pace yourself. Nobody's going anywhere in the first 4 minutes.
Foul on Toulson. It's his first personal. 3rd team foul on the Bruins. Bruins into a 2-3 zone now. Hilliard with it up top. Hennings, excuse me. Now he goes to the right wing to Stepney. Cross court back to Hennings.
Oh,
A great pass inside and
wow.
a finish there by Shepard.
Nice move right through the lane. Not even a bounce pass. Just toss it right in there and you get 2. That's an easy 2.
White with it on the left wing inside to Gibson. He misses the up and under.
Gibson, you got to.
Go strong, brother.
Yep.
Hennings goes inside to Shepard. Back to Hennings. 3-ball. It's short. No good. White with the board for the Bruins. Pushes ahead quickly to Toulson. Now they slow it down. Duffelmeyer with it up top.
Bruins going to a paste, right?
Yep. Slowing it
Oh,
down.
man, the lane is right there.
Right to the rim.
I tell you what, after the last 3 or 4 shots by the Apaches from beyond the arc,
You pack it in.
you can see why one kid, who was it, that's got 262?
Jones.
Jones has got 262 attempts.
Yeah.
On the season, and he's still 41%.
Yep. Foul called again on the Bruins. This one is called on. That's not right. Bushman just checked in. I think it was on Duffelmeyer. That'll be his first. 4th team foul on the Bruins. Subs for both teams as Bushman, Evatt checked in. And for Cochise, Jabbing Garrett just checked in. He'll put up a quick 15-footer. It's short. Rebound's loose. They can't buy one right now.
No. Now, that was, I don't know whether it's a long trip from Arizona or what, but they are looking for a bucket right now.
Hennings with it on the right wing. Wants to go up top, goes up top to Long. 8 on the shot clock. Long gets in the lane. Drops it off inside
There you
to
go.
Shepard. It's boarded, though, by the Bruins. 1 and done.
Good rebound by Gibson. Telling you, kid could have a big night. You got to move him inside. Long shot by Gibson. Boom!
Puts up the 3 fingers.
Wow. That kid's feeling it tonight, man. I don't know whether he can hear us up here, but all of a sudden he got his little confidence, didn't he? Kid's here to do work.
Cochise tries to go inside to Garrett. It goes out of bounds. Bruin basketball.
And
Subs for the Bruins. Waddups checks in.
I tell you what, Gibson Johnson having a good night doesn't spell anything but another good night for Tyler Rossum.
Absolutely.
Right? Another eye on the court that the Apaches have to keep an eye on. You start spreading that out, it could be a good night for them.
Bruins with it. Evatt on the left wing. Goes inside to Musoko, who just checked in. He slips, but great pass to Johnson. He lays it in with the right hand.
Johnson's got 9 points, 3 rebounds in 6 minutes. That no zero is working tonight.
Yep, he's down in the paint doing what he does. Bruins up 18-6. Second timeout already taken by Cochise. And we talked about it. It could go one way. It could go another way. Cochise has got to start making some shots.
Well, yeah, the way that they're shooting too, a lot of front of rim, a lot of back of rim stuff. That's a sign that they haven't settled into the game yet.
Yep.
They're going to have to do something here in this timeout to make a change, to start to control tempo and close those seams up on the Bruins offense. Right? The Bruins are having way too much access to that paint area.
They've got to get in the lane.
Yeah.
Got to get in the lane at some point.
Yeah.
Whether you put it up for the layup
Right.
or if you kick it out for the 3. Shooting that 3, when you catch it from the top, it's a tougher shot. If you
Yeah.
can catch it from someone in the paint, you're able to set your feet. Normally your guys collapse down. You're a little more open. So, yeah.
Yeah, and right now the Bruins are not having to stretch out. The Apaches haven't proved they can make that shot yet. Once they start making that shot, the Bruins are going to have to adjust to that. But right now, the Bruins can kind of pack that paint a little bit. Nobody's hitting from outside.
All right, we got Brittany down on the sideline. Brittany, how's it going in the in the huddle?
After Connor Toulson's nice rebound and bucket, Coach Marble made sure that the team knew how important those rebounds are. He walked up and down telling everyone you have to get those. You can't miss those opportunities. He's very proud, though, of how his team has started this first half. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Brittany. Quick 3 taken there by number 10, Justin Jones. It's no good. Put back no good by Cochise either.
Was that
Was that
Who was
Rawson?
that? No,
Rawson's not in the game.
Masoko looked like he got a block there. Got a little piece of that ball.
And then a great block by Garrett, closing out on Bushman.
A lot of rotation early for the Bruins. Coaches moving guys in and out real quickly, getting a lot of rotation.
Another sub as Toulson checks in for White. Bruins go right inside to Johnson.
Why wouldn't they?
He draws the foul. Foul called on number 11, Dallas Polk Hilliard.
I mean,
that's his first.
Gibson Johnson, so far the first 6 minutes of this game is playing like he ate an Apache.
Yep.
He's playing strong. He's using his body. That bulk.
Well, he weighs 225 on the program. He's bigger than that.
Oh, easy.
And, Cochise, they're as tall as he is.
Right.
They're just not as broad and as big as he is.
You put Masoko in there right now. He's in the paint.
Yep.
That's almost 500 pounds of glory rashing around that paint spot right there, right? I mean, that's a lot of weight. And these Cochise guys, they're quick, but that's not a lot. There's not a lot of bulk on them. So it looks like the Bruins are making a move to really make their presence known and push them around in the paint.
Johnson's first free throw, no good.
Gotta make your free throws.
It's been Achilles' heel all season for the Bruins.
Gotta make those free throws.
Second one's perfect. Gibson already with 10. Bruins up 19-6.
Oof.
Polk Hilliard could have been called for the long step there. Drops it back now to Evans, who just checked in. Evans works to the left wing, wants to run pick and roll. Runs it with Garrett.
Oof.
It was a solid hedge there by Musoko, but at some point you got to just step
let
off
it go. The 240-pound kid is not going to keep up with that little 45-pound guard.
Yeah.
You got to let him go, right?
You can only hip check him for so long. Evans with it up top. Waddup's on him. They go inside to Polk Hilliard. He puts it up no good, boarded by Waddup's.
Again, Bruins looking to transition real quick. Nice look.
They get it inside to Bushman Evett. He shuffles his feet, though. Musoko was wide open. It was a good pass, but shuffles his feet right before he did a good call there on the travel.
But again, Bruins are having those open lanes. We're not seeing a lot of bounce passing.
Yeah.
We're seeing straight pass right through the lane, right?
Yep.
You got to put your hands up.
Subs for both teams as Rawson returns. Oh, Bushman had the steal, loses it. Now they get it out to Blackman. His three up, no good. Rebound is loose. It goes out of bounds off of Rawson. Cochise to put it in bounds on the baseline.
I tell you what, the Apaches.
Bushman was already going highlight film.
Right.
He saw it. And
he saw it and just took his eyes off of it for a second there. Apaches are going to keep shooting.
Yep.
It doesn't look like they're going to shy away from that outside game. They know it's their bread and butter.
Hennings just checked back in. He's got it on the right wing. Waddup's on him. He wants to drive, gets in the lane, drops it out to Jones.
Long
three. No good. Rebound, though, boarded by Cochise. Matt comes down with it. Up top to Hennings. He wants a three. That one's around, no good. Musoko had it, lost it. Now Rawson's got it.
Bruins slowing it down here into transition into front court.
Waddup's wants to control the pace here. Runs pick and roll with Musoko. Goes inside to Musoko. He's got it at the high post. Drops it now to Bushman. Bushman inside to Musoko. Pump fake. Goes up and is fouled.
Nice. Put the ball on the floor. Made a power move. Drew the foul. Classic stuff. That's exactly what his coach wants out of him. And we've balanced out the fouls a little bit more now.
Yep.
3 fouls now on the Apaches. 5 fouls for the Bruins.
Foul called on Jabin Garrett. It's his first. At the line for 2, it will be Christian Musoko. Christian's first free throw is perfect.
Wow. There's not a lot of arc there.
Nope, it was a laser beam.
Wow.
The subs for the Apaches as number 12, Emmanuel Shepard, checks back in.
That's Shaq Fu right there, right?
As long as it goes in, right?
there is a certain pragmatism to it.
He goes 2 for 2.
Nice.
Hennings quickly into the front court. Drops it back to Mack. Great defense there by Evatt. Just denying Blackman the ball. Now they go to Shepard. Back up top to Hennings.
Nobody in the paint.
Wanting to go one-on-one. Pulls up for three. Around no good. Boarded by Musoko. One and done again for the Apaches.
Good rebound from the big man.
Bruins up 15, 21-6, 11:20 to go. Rawson with it up top, wants to go to work, gets in the lane, goes to the basket, puts it up, no good, but he'll go to the line for two as the Bruins continue to flex their muscles.
And again, he takes it from the top of the key, goes right, left, and has an easy shot in the paint. They've got to foul him at that point. Otherwise, Rossum's going to put up 35 tonight, right?
Foul called on number 40, Chaz Mack. That's his fourth team foul. Tyler Rawson at the line for two. First one's no good. So that one's got a beautiful arch, nice follow through, and he missed it. So
I tell you what, he hasn't been, in Rossum's defense, he's probably going to get a little bit more action now that Gibson's on the bench.
Yeah.
Right?
Gibson's just been on tonight.
Gibson's got his 10 points.
Rawson makes the second. Cochise with it in the front court. Great defense there by Wattups. Now they go into the post to Shepard. He faces up on Musoko. Drops it back to Hennings. Hennings.
Again, nobody in the paint for the Apaches. They're going to rely on that outside shot.
Polk Hilliard for three. No good. Offensive board, though, grabbed by Shepard, but he's stripped, but it falls right to Polk Hilliard. And now it's Stepney in the lane. Shot by Polk Hilliard. No good. Another offensive board. First time they've really crashed the offensive glass here tonight. Third chance coming for the Apaches. Hennings with it up top. Goes to the left wing to Stepney. Now to Polk Hilliard. He wants to drive on Musoko, and he'll draw the foul. Did you see Rawson hunting him from behind?
Yeah.
He was looking for the big one.
He was feeling it, wasn't he?
Foul called on Musoko. That's his second.
I tell you what, I've been really impressed. I've been watching Gibson Johnson on the bench too.
He's animated.
That kid is encouraging his teammates, right?
He's everything you want in a team captain.
He really is. And that's no zero right there.
Yep.
Having a great game. Here he comes back in.
Gibson checks back in. Also Tanner Newbold checking in for the first time. Newbold comes in leading the team, shooting 45% from downtown. Polk Hilliard makes the second.
I tell you what, Coach is going again from that big lineup. We got Gibson, right? And he's still got Musoko on the floor. He's planning on boxing them out and letting the team do what it does.
First time tonight we've seen a little full court press here from Cochise. Bruins break it easy. Gibson for three.
Oh.
Ooh. Come on now, big man.
He was feeling it. He was. And you can't say as you blame him, right? On the floor. There you go.
Evatt with it quickly into the front court. Now slowing it down.
Big man misses the three, comes back, spreads out on the floor to get the steal, right?
Yep.
That's good leadership right there.
Newbold on the right wing. Up top to Musoko.
Don't let Musoko shoot from that shot. That is not his wheelhouse.
Gibson.
Good ball movement.
Bushman,
Nope.
quick three. Off the back of the iron, no good. Boarded by the Apaches.
That was a tough shot.
Hennings with it in the front court. Gets in the lane. Great pass to Shepard. Counting the foul.
Wow. Really?
I don't know how he found him. That was a great pass.
I'm not really sure how Masaka didn't pick up that foul in the drive to the lane either.
Subs coming for the Bruins. Rawson returns, as does White and Duffelmeyer.
Hennings looked like a pinball going through that lane.
Yep. And to be able to find Shepard wide open on that left block.
Right.
Kid's got skills.
He does.
Shepard's free throw is good. Bruin lead cut to 12, 22-10. Johnson to inbound, gets it into Rawson.
Good eyes. Good eyes by the captain to get it out to his main man.
Tad with it up top. Picks coming from both sides. Up top to Rawson. Now they go inside
Give it to the
Gibson.
big boy.
And he rolls it home for two.
12 points.
He's so deep in the paint.
All right.
So deep in the paint. Hennings attacking quickly. This is the game that Cochise needs to play.
That's right.
Now Shepard with it up top. Long cuts back door. Now he's stripped by Duffelmeyer.
Slow it down.
Into the front court to Newbold. Up top now to White. They go inside to Rawson. Rawson with the good fake, puts it up. Grabbed by Gibson on the rebound, then the tip by Rawson. 2 tips by Rawson. Now it's grabbed by Polk Hilliard. And the Apaches quickly into the front court.
I tell you what, bring the ball down and put it up, right? Wow.
First 3 of the night made by the Apaches as Stepney knocks one down.
That looks good.
A couple of made field goals could get things rolling here for the Apaches.
And here we are talking about an 11-point lead now.
Yep. Rawson with it. Now up top to White. Back to Duffelmeyer. Great seal by Gibson. Goes up under, misses it, but White's there for the putback.
Good move by Gibson, but he needs to go straight up.
Yeah, you just finish it.
Just finish it.
It's right there.
Get it in and finish the play.
Long with it on the left wing or on the right wing.
I know he's feeling it, but you want points. You don't get style points.
Stepney drives, kicks it out to Polk Hilliard. His 3, high archer, around no good. Battle for the rebound, loose, goes out of bounds off of Long. Bruin basketball. Subs for the Bruins. The Bruins are going to go short for the first time here as Toulson checks in for Gibson Johnson.
Well, Gibson probably needs to sit a little bit. He's done his part.
Well, and this is more of an athletic lineup for the Bruins.
Yeah.
They'll move White down to the 4.
Nice. They're going to slow it down a little bit.
The Apaches still in the man-to-man. Duffelmeyer with it up top.
Smart move by Coach, moving to this smaller lineup with the man-to-man.
Rawson, now Duffelmeyer. Hennings on him. 10 on the shot clock. White's got it. White, pull up 15-footer. Nice. Perfect.
Beautiful stroke. And here's the thing, if they're going to play man, you make them pay, right?
Yep.
Short jumpers all night.
Stretch them out. Cross-court pass to Hennings. His 3 up and perfect. It seems like they're starting to find their stroke here in the gym. Stepney's got one. Hennings has one now. Bruin lead at 12, 28-16.
Now this is where you want to see Rossum start to perform, right?
Just really establish that paint.
Right. No big man. They've cleared out the paint. There it is. Wow, that's
Duffelmeyer, long 3. Not the best shot.
Yeah, that's
12 on the shot clock still.
Yeah, that was almost Utah County.
You mean Northern Arizona?
Yeah.
Polk Hilliard, step back 19-footer, no good. Newbold with a good board.
Nice.
And we're going to get a timeout taken by the Bruins. 6:29 to go. Bruins up 12, 28-16. And it's solid play by the Bruins. They're running their offense. They're getting shots they want. Most of their shots coming from in the key.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, when you've got an inferior team like that in the height range, you got to finish, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, this really should be another 10-point spread.
Yes.
There's 10 given up in the paint just on sloppy boxing out and sloppy rebounding.
I mean, most teams, I would say now, about half your shots come from three-point land.
Right.
I mean, a lot of your shots come from down there. And that's not how they've played tonight. They have known it's like, hey, look at these hogs we've got. We've got these show hogs.
And they should.
We're going to feature them tonight.
Yep. Yeah, smart game plan.
And it's worked in their advantage so far.
Yeah, Coach Phillips really, really doing a good job of seeing what advantages they have and really trying to maximize them. Notice, too, they've cut down on that early foul trouble, too.
Absolutely.
Right now, foul 7 for Bruins, 4 for the Apaches.
Full court press still by Cochise. Bruins break it easily.
How long do you stick with that? How long do you stick with that full court press if it's not being disruptive?
I stick with it, even if it's not hurting anything. You got to try and do something.
No, you got to come out of this slump.
Whether you go to a half-court trap, maybe you turn up the pressure on it because there's not a ton of pressure. They're just trying to deny the inbounds as the step back by White's good.
There's the missing big man right there.
Long puts it up, no good. Rebounds loose. White grabs it. 1-on-1. White goes to the rim, puts it up, and he draws the blocking foul from Hennings.
Tough foul. You got to give it to Hennings, though, man. The kid
hung in there, man. Stood right in there.
Hung right in there. Didn't even think about it. Nice little move from the kid.
And now we're going to have our media timeout here taken with 5:51 to go. Bruins still up 12, 28-16. And I think the play before the White play where Long was out in transition, that's the first time we've really seen the Apaches get behind the Bruin defense.
Right.
And White was right there dogging him like, I'm going to go up and try and block this.
I mean, that's the first time we saw 4 Apaches in the defensive paint all night, right?
That was the first time they got out in transition. They were truly aggressive.
Well, it looks like they're coming out and giving some pressure up top and then collapsing on the back end.
Yeah. But we've talked about it. You can't win scoring, say they score 40.
Yeah.
That's not going to get it done.
No, it's not
we talked about their games earlier this year. Yeah. They were putting up 97, 99, 104 points.
All right.
You got to get to the rim. They got to try and push it.
Yeah.
The higher the score, the better off Cochise's chances are.
I wonder if some of the next plan is to maybe try to get a little bit more penetration. I mean, if it were me, make my guards get a little bit more penetration, and let's put these big fellas in a little bit of foul trouble.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
Because they're proving they can play against that short lineup. That short lineup is much more of a challenge for the Bruins when they got their short lineup in, right?
Yeah.
When they have their athletic lineup in, it's much more of an even deal. If the Apaches can hit those big men, get them into foul trouble, that's going to be an interesting stroke to the game.
Coming out of the timeout at the line for 2, it will be Marcus White. Marcus so far yet to score. Or no, he's scored. He had that 15-footer.
Nice little 15-footer there.
Or excuse me, he's got 6. I was looking at the wrong column there. No fouls. 6 points. Make it. Oh, it looked good. Short, though. He goes over 2.
Got to make those, right? I mean, we're talking there's been 5 points that at least have been given up at the charity stripe tonight, too. Nice steal there by White.
Great defense by White. Not a great steal that time by Mack. On the other end, Rawson right on the right block. Puts it up, can't get it to go. Tipped out of bounds by White. Cochise ball.
Rawson, for all his great qualities, at that point, you're behind the backboard, right? Pull it back out. You still got some time on the shot clock. Retool it, let it go. You got a little bit of a shorter lineup here, right?
Yep.
You don't have Johnson on the other side to rebound for you and save your little shot.
On the other end, great defense there by Toulson. And now we're going to go down to Brittany on the sideline.
Coach Phillips couldn't stress enough that the Bruins have to keep moving and they have to execute the offense, or before they know it, they'll lose the lead and the game will be close when it really shouldn't be. I'll see you guys at the half.
Thanks, Brittany. The Bruins have had their chance to really put some separation here.
Right. I mean,
they haven't done it. Is it going to come back and get them?
We're talking at least 6 points in the paint from poor rebounding.
And a great pass there by Hennings as
that's just
Paul Hilliard goes back door for the slam.
Bad defense on the backside there. Bruins have got to watch that angle.
Got to communicate. Cochise still in the man-to-man. Dufelmeyer with it.
But you got to make rebounds and you got to make the free ones, right?
Gibson wants to go one-on-one. Gets in the lane, steps through, finishes with the right hand.
Tell you what, he's having a night. He's feeling it.
14 points for Gibson.
And he's fun to watch when he's like this, isn't he?
He is.
Really fun.
Stepney with it. They go inside to Shepard. He faces up on Johnson. Somebody left.
Second.
Stepney wide open.
Second straight time, and Phillips is going to call that timeout.
It's going to get interesting in the huddle right here. 100% interesting.
He's not happy, is he?
Move the kids away from the huddle.
That's right.
This is going to be the grown-ups huddle. But, it's a little bit of both. I think you're realizing some changes here being made by Coach Jerry Carrillo for
he's making some adjustments.
The Apaches as well. No, he's recognizing what the Bruins are doing on defense, and he's trying to take advantage of it.
No, that's a good point. He doesn't have the size. He knows he doesn't have that. But he knows he's got to play a quick game because those big boys are going to get tired. They start getting sloppy in the paint with the fouls. That's where you got to lie right now.
That the one benefit that the Bruins have going for them is their depth.
Yeah.
We have seen 3 of the 5 big men the Bruins have. We haven't seen Marsalis Johnson, and we haven't seen McKay Johnson.
Right.
McKay's not a big man, but he can hold his own in the paint. So if the Bruins, their depth is insane.
Well, and when the lightest of your 4 big men is 190 pounds, the rest are 200 plus. That's good.
Helps.
That could be a long night for the other team.
seeing an interesting change here that I just noticed is Toulson.
Yeah.
Absolutely 100% face guarded. Look at them in the corner.
Oh, they're not even paying attention.
Not even paying attention to the ball. It's like, all right, Connor, you go stand in the corner, and we're going to play 4-on-4 basketball. Because what do you do with that?
No, he's not even turning around.
Oh, great move by Gibson. Did you see
Nice,
that ball fake?
Beautiful. Woo. Kid's feeling it. 16 points on the night for Tyler Gibson.
Polk Hilliard with it. Back now to Stepney. Goes cross court to Hennings.
Gibson Johnson. He's got 16 on the
I
night.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
Right?
Hilliard tries getting it to Garrett. Goes out of bounds. Turnover by the Apaches.
How many points do the Bruins have? 32. How many
got
points?
Half.
He's got half of them. He's
got a lot of touches. I mean, he's had great position.
He could easily have another 6 points on that too with rebounding.
When you line up, like he could get to the block easy right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they've called him to the high post. He's going to run pick and roll.
There it is.
And he's got it now up top.
Oh, man.
Long three. Put it down, big man. Put it down.
Gibson Johnson.
With 19 in the first half.
Who invited Steph Curry tonight? Is that what's going on? Is Phillips happy about that? I don't know. He doesn't seem to be two-faced. He'll take the three, won't he? Big man's feeling it.
Hennings with it up top. Wants to run pick and roll. Works in the lane. Great pass to Polk Hilliard. He goes up under him, finishes with the right hand.
I tell you what, that backside pass is killing him. That's three now.
Well, you can't let him separate. You can't let him split that double team up top.
No.
That's where the troubles begin. That hedge has to stay tight up top.
Cochise is packing him in. All three guys, just about everybody packed in there in the paint.
Foul called on Justin Jones. The Bruins try to get it to Toulson.
And that's his job. Looks like they brought Jones in just for that purpose. His job is there to keep him from getting the ball, and when he gets the ball, foul him.
Well, Jones comes in averaging almost 12 points. He's yet to score, and he's 100% just been right in Connor's face.
No, he's not. He's not in there to score right now.
Because Connor's only got 3.
Yeah.
Couple of subs for the Bruins as Bushman checks back in. Excuse me.
Let's see how this goes for the Gibson Johnson show. Nah, poor pass.
Turns it over.
Poor pass.
Hennings with it into the front court. Hennings for 3. Got it. 2 in a row for Errol Hennings. And he could shoot him back into it.
Still 10-point lead for the Bruins.
Dufamar with it into the front court. Toulson with it.
They got him stuck. Who they got?
Now Rawson.
Yeah.
They've got Stepney on Toulson
Stepney on now. Johnson switching the other corner. Jones switching the other corner there. Gibson feeling it again.
For 3. No good. Rebound loose. Dufamar grabs it, but he steps out of bounds. Cochise basketball.
I tell you what, that's not a good sign. You know what? Come on. You're playing guys who clearly you have an advantage over inside. You do not want Gibson Johnson shooting a 3. Period.
Occasionally.
Occasionally, but you don't need him. You want him parked in the paint. The fact that Gibson Johnson's shooting a 3, that's not a great sign. I have backside pass again.
Great finish by Polk Hilliard. And we have an 8-point game.
1:57 left on the clock here in the first half.
Waddups with it up top. They get it to Rawson. Now Johnson, now Toulson. Toulson on the left wing, wants to drive.
Cochise bench is up and feeling it.
Gibson puts it on the floor, gets it out to Waddups. Waddups 3
nice.
ball.
There you go.
That's what you call the silencer.
I tell you what, that's correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the first shot from the corner.
Yeah.
They got to work those corners.
Yep.
Right?
On the other end, Cochise tries to go quick. They try to push it ahead to Polk Hilliard, tipped out of bounds by Rawson. Cochise to inbound on the baseline. Jones to put it in play. Up top. Now they get it backdoor to a cutting Polk Hilliard. His put-up shot no good, but the follow by Shepard is perfect.
Wow, Shepard got up way too easy, didn't he? Both guys underneath looking towards the ball. You got to watch behind you.
Waddups got another one.
Nice. Beautiful little stroke from Waddups there. Now that's what you want. Now look at the scoreboard. You got a little bit more spread. Good rebound there.
Henning wanted the answer. It was no good. Boarded by for the Bruins. Connor goes inside to Rawson. He faces up. One power dribble, goes to the rim, puts it up. No good. Had his own board. Now we'll have a jump ball. It'll go to the Apaches.
He's getting too deep. Because when he's getting the ball, he's ending up actually behind the backboard on that baseline. You got to come up and park yourself right on that block, right? Block and face up. Make sure you got your turn left, turn right, and you're right in front of the basket. He's getting too deep. He's ended up turning around, and he just ended up being behind the basket when he's turning around.
Yep. Subs for the Bruins. Marsalis Johnson checks in for the first time tonight, and Tad Dufelmeyer returns. Hennings with it up top. 40 seconds to go. Up top to Polk Hilliard. Now Hennings. Now Jones had almost lost it. Dufelmeyer's after it. Now Hennings has it. Hennings, tough three, short, boarded by Dufelmeyer. And the Bruins can play for the final shot of the half. 20 seconds on the game clock. Waddups with it. Waddups should look for another three here. Now he goes to Rawson. Rawson faces up. Goes strong to the basket. Stripped. It goes out of bounds off of Polk Hilliard.
6.5 seconds left. I think Tyler should have just turned around right away. He let that guy guarding him face up a little too much.
Yep. Dufelmeyer to put it in play.
Forced that pass.
Taken away by Shepard. Now
and there we
Hennings
go.
with it. Pushes ahead to Jones. Jones step back three. Got it. Big shot there to go into the half to cut the Bruin lead to single digits, 41-32. And we're going to go ahead and quickly go down to the sideline to Brittany as she's with Coach Paul Marble. Go ahead, Brittany.
So Coach Phillips couldn't stress enough that you have to execute your offense. What strategy is what you're going to be telling your team? What strategy do they need to do the second half?
Brett, thanks. What we need to do is we need to keep pounding it inside. You saw at the very first of the game when we kept throwing it inside, they have no answer for our inside play. So we just got to keep finding ways to get it inside. We execute our plays a little bit better than maybe we've been doing. Stop settling for those outside shots. Go ahead.
And how will you slow down Cochise's shooting?
We'll guard them. We're a little brain dead right now. We got to be out to the guys. We're just kind of going through the motions. You saw there for a few minutes, it felt like. So we'll be all right. We'll get into them here a little bit.
Go give him a talking to. Thank you, Coach. Back to you.
Thanks, Brittany. I love Coach Marble's sense of humor. We'll guard him.
We'll guard him. We got this.
The Bruins up 41-32. It could have been 20. And I feel like it could have been 2.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what we talked about at the beginning of the game, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like it could go either way, and it actually kind of did. I mean, that first 10 minutes was all Bruins.
Yep.
The Cochise had no answer to that.
I think they were 6 at the 10-minute mark.
Yeah.
And, they had a good lead. They were up, 14-16?
Yeah.
But, a couple of turnovers, a couple of missed layups, it could have been much bigger. We're going to go ahead and let you watch some Little League basketball here at the half. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll come back with your halftime show here in just a moment, right here on Radio SLCC and KSL.com. In case you're wondering, that's Tyler Rawson's dad out there being the official. Go Blue. Welcome back in on Radio SLCC and KSL.com. I'm Zach Hodge, joined tonight by Matt Merkel and Brittany Calindris. And Matt, we're at the half. Bruins up 41-32. What do you think of the Bruins' play so far?
Well, I tell you what, obviously they own that inside play. Looked like they went away from it from a while, and you know, I think Coach Phillips is saying to his players right now, we got to get it inside again. Again, you know, Coach Marble said at halftime with Brittany that we don't need to be taking those outside shots with this team.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're going to have to get the big men in there, work it again. You know, just the fact that Gibson Johnson has 19 points.
Yes.
Kid is tearing it up on the floor, 57.1 field goal percentage, and he's 50% from three-point. White has 6 points, shooting 3 for 4, 75% from the field goal. Rawson, 3 points. But again, you made the point that he's only touched the ball 4 times.
Yeah, he's only got 4 shots.
Yeah, he needs to stop ending up getting the ball behind the basket. Duffelmeyer, 2 points. Toulson with 3. Waddups with 6. And Masoko rounding out the scoring with 2 points.
And so looking at the thing that shocked me the most here at the half, the Bruins, 22 points in the paint. Solid.
Yeah,
what
solid.
we expected.
No, right.
18 points for Cochise.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
No, I don't think Cochise expected that. But, you know, when you look at, 10 points?
Yeah.
Off of that backside pass?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, yeah, that's all paint points right there. Plus the 2 dunks. I'm not following up. I'm not rebounding.
Yep.
I
Not
mean,
boxing out.
That's 12 right there.
Taking a quick look at the stats for Cochise, leading the way for them, it is Emmanuel Shepard with 9 points, going 4 of 4 from the field and 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He's also pulled down 5 boards. After him, 2 players with 7, as Polk Hilliard came in off the bench to go 3 out of 11 from the field for only 27%. He is 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And then Stephanie's got 7 points, going 3 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from downtown. And then with 6 points, it is Hennings, the point guard for the Apaches. 2 of 8 from the field, 2 of 8 from downtown. I didn't realize all of his shots come from downtown.
Yeah.
He's been in the lane a fair amount. Kind of surprised he hasn't gotten a few up, but he's had nice passes.
No, right. I mean, feeding the ball really well on the turn there. So, yeah.
The Cochise shooting 13 of 35 from the field for 37%, 4 of 18 from downtown for 22%, and then they are 2 for 3 from the stripe for 66%.
If you're Cochise, what do you change this half?
Make more shots. They really didn't have a bad game plan.
No, they really didn't.
I think about the 10-minute mark, they changed something. Suddenly they started cutting back door a little bit more, and they got a lot more openings. All you need to do, start making a few more threes, and they'd be right there.
Yeah.
So we're almost set here for the second half. Matt, what do you think? First off, for the Bruins, what do they need to do to hold on to this win and pull away for the victory?
Keep feeding it inside. They got inside all day. I mean, it's clear that Cochise can't keep up with them inside. But they got to be patient.
Yep.
They got to look for it. And if it's not there, feed it back out and work for the good shot. Right now, they need quality shots. Quality shots, good reboundings, and they got to hit those free throws.
Yep. There's a decent shot that this will come down to the free throw line. I think you're right. I think Coach Marble said it going into the half. We got to get back inside. That's how we build our lead. That's how we kind of demoralize them. Was just going inside and really roughing them up. And they're going to start fouling you. They're going to have to.
They are. I mean, we're going to see that foul board start to fill up here on the Apache side, I think.
All right, starting the second half. First off for Cochise, it looks like it is the starters on the floor. It'll be Hennings, Stepney, Jones, Shepard, and Mack. For the Bruins, it's White, Toulson, Duffelmeyer, Rawson, and Gibson Johnson. I have to say Gibson because there's 3 Johnsons on the team.
Right.
Bruins with it. They want to go quickly inside.
Now look, they're parking
that. See the denial there?
What are they playing, a dime? No, I guess
it's man-to-man.
Man-to-man.
Toulson with it on the left wing.
Now, see, they're going 3
Quick
up top.
3. Got it.
Nice.
If the Bruins make those, tough to stop with the big men inside and then the 3-pointers to stretch the floor. I think they're going to call that on the floor. before
well
the
they
step
should.
through. Absolutely.
Right?
Foul called on Duffelmeyer, his second first-team foul on the Bruins. Cochise to inbound on the baseline. Bruins fall back into the 2-3 here. A great
Nice
defense
steal.
by Toulson. Toulson looking to go coast to coast, gets to the rim and finishes with the right hand.
He picked up a foul on that.
Who's it on?
Shooting one.
It got called on Shepard. He must have got a piece of him. Or no, they called it on 11. 11's not in the ball game.
They're checking it right now.
Yep, they're checking
12.
it out right now. It's 12. They're giving it to Shepard. That'll be his first.
The Canadian import
Yep.
for the Apaches.
Free throw is perfect. Now the Bruins come out in a full court press of their own. Oh, Hennings with a great spin move to get out of trouble to go inside to Shepard. He's swatted from behind by Gibson Johnson. His 4-inch vertical leap rose up and threw that into the stands.
Well, and just with that one free throw, Burns now shooting 60% from the candy stripe.
Mack to inbound on the sideline. Bruins still in the man-to-man. Hennings with it. Duffelmeyer on him. They go to Stepney on the right wing. Back up top to Hennings.
Wow.
Now Jones. Hey, Jones
Jones
wants a
had
three.
to work through that.
He did, and he
Wow.
got it. Great shot there by
Man,
Jones.
did you see him get through that pick?
Yep. White on the other end gets in the lane and finishes with the
Beautiful,
right hand.
beautiful. Got to get back, got to get back.
They push ahead to Shepard. They drop it back to Hennings. He wants three. Good defense by Duffelmeyer to get out on him. Tries dropping it off inside to Shepard. It goes off of Hennings and out of bounds. Bruin basketball.
Wow. Man,
I think the Bruins are getting the beat on him. They know he doesn't want
Yeah.
to shoot. If you notice that time, he drove and none of their hands went up. They all
Yeah.
went down into the passing lanes.
No, right.
He's got to start putting a few of them up.
Opened up to 14-point lead now. 49 Bruins, 35 for Cochise.
Jones doing a good job of denying Toulson the ball right there. Toulson really having to work for it tonight.
Gibson's working hard down on the post. Oof.
Got the chair pulled on him. White in the lane, drops it to Toulson. He goes to the rim, puts it up, no good, but he'll go to the line for two.
Ooh, body foul.
Tyler was going to put it down with
All
authority.
right, now, this is what we're talking about. Already early, minute 30 seconds into this second half, they're putting him on the line. They're going to put a body on him. You got to make these shots.
Yep. Rawson at the line. So far tonight, he is 1 of 2, I believe. May get 2 out of 3 as he knocks down the first. He's got 4.
That'll raise the free throw percentage another 3.6 percentage points.
Bruins up 15. He goes 2 for 2.
Nice, there you go. Now they're going to start questioning that philosophy of putting you on the foul line. Right?
Yep, once you start making a few.
Full court press by the Bruins.
They break it. Hennings with it. Up top. Bruins fall back into the man-to-man. Mack with it. Now they go inside to Shepard. Shepard with Rawson on him. Works into the lane. Kicks it out to Mack. Mack in the corner.
Wow,
Gibson slips. And Mack with a good finish.
Not any limping, but it looked like he just got turned around.
Yep.
And he knows it, too, as he claps his hands down there in the paint.
Duffelmeyer gets into the lane. He draws the foul. It'll be the third team foul already on Cochise. Foul called on number 25, DJ Blackman.
Collapsing, Apache collapsing 2 guys now on the ball whenever the ball's in. So you're going to see 2 guys go to the ball. It's going to leave a lot of backside open.
Yep.
See if the Bruins can capitalize. There you go.
They get it into Toulson in the corner. 3 balls short, no good. Rebounds loose. Johnson grabs it, and he's fouled.
Oh, and gets a push from behind. Wow, the refs didn't catch that,
Yeah.
did they?
It's
Little Hennings.
little.
He decided he was going to take that forearm to the back of Gibson Johnson there, and nobody saw it.
Foul called on number 10, Justin Jones.
There
His
we
second
go.
quick three by Rawson, no good. Rebounded by the Bruins. They get it to Toulson, and he finishes with the right
Nice
hand.
play.
Great hustle on the glass there by the Bruins.
Nice little feed there from Duffelmeyer. Good awareness.
Bruins with their biggest lead of the night at 16, 53-37. Rawson just swatted. Sanders in the lane.
They're going to call it a charge. Hold your ground. It's going the other way.
Foul called on Shepard, his third. Full timeout taken by Cochise. And Matt, we talked about it. What does Cochise need to do? Come out and make some shots. I don't know that they've scored. They have. They've got 5 points.
Well, they've been posting two guys up down in the paint.
Yeah.
And I'm asking myself, why?
Yeah.
You can't. You're not going to win that battle. It's going to be a long night. Maybe they're thinking if they can get that ball in, get that turn, that's where the fouls are going to come, and they're going to force the Bruins to commit men inside for foul stats. The problem is this is not happening that way.
And no one's in foul trouble.
No.
You need to get 3 fouls on someone to try and draw that fourth foul to get them to the bench. And, Duffelmeyer has 2 and Musoko has 2. There's no foul trouble to really go to.
No, and Connor Toulson's got a couple there too, but that's, 17 minutes, 23 seconds left in the game. It doesn't make any difference, right? You got it. I'm not sure what they're doing here.
I mean, they've knocked down the only 3 they've attempted here this second half.
But they're gonna change something here.
Something's got to change.
Something's coming out of this huddle changed. I can guarantee you that.
Coming out of the timeout for the Bruins, it's still the starting lineup.
Yeah. You're.
Why not?
It's 53-37, and the Bruins had the ball. They come down and score here. You're talking almost 20 points.
Well, and here's the change we're
Here's the
seeing.
full
They'll
court
go
press.
back to that full court press.
Yep.
Bruins get into Rawson, and the Apaches just fall back. Duffelmeyer with it. Now Rawson. Toulson on the right wing. Quick 3. Short, no good. Tipped by Rawson, no good. Boarded by Polk Hilliard, who checked in during the timeout.
Here comes Hennings.
Hennings, step back 3.
Nope.
No good. Boarded by White. Marcus pushes ahead to Toulson. Toulson stripped by Jones. That kind of looked like he wanted to take the charge there. A good finish by Stepney with the right hand.
All right. Bruins need to slow it down here.
Duffelmeyer gets it inside to Johnson. Power dribble, puts it up, can't get it to go, but Rawson's there for the tip.
There you go.
Great. He's there for the backside.
I tell you
Put
what,
it up.
both teams have weak backsides right now, right? Oh, good.
Good defense there by Gibson, and then we'll get a foul called on Jones as Toulson was trying to get out in transition. Comes up grabbing his hip.
That's going to be number 3 on Jones.
Already the 16th foul on Cochise, so the Bruins will be in the bonus here for the final 16-24. And that's a big loss. Jones is going to the bench. He's the kid that comes in shooting 42%, and he's done a really good job on Toulson.
Well, I tell you right now, Cochise is in trouble. 39% they've dropped down to field goal percentage, and now 25% from the 3-point line. That's just not going to work it, man.
Yeah.
And what, 5 points? 7. Sorry.
7 now. Good save there by Duffelmeyer. Saves it back to Rawson. Rawson wants to go one-on-one. He gets in the lane, tries to go out wide to Ebert. It's tipped out of bounds. Bruin basketball. A couple of subs. Only one sub for the Bruins as Ebert checked in. But right now, Hennings on the bench for Cochise, as is Jones. Cochise has got to find somebody to score. Cross court to Ebert. He wanted the 3. Now he thinks better of it. And now we're going to get a foul called off the ball as Gibson Johnson posted up, gets pulled down by number 23, Javon Garrett.
And there you go. Right?
And he'll go to the line.
He's going to go to the line.
That's Garrett's third, 7th team foul, so Gibson at the line for the 1-on-1. Gibson knocks down the first. The other thing that this does to really kind of hurt Cochise, in my opinion, they want to play that fast game.
Yep.
You can't play a fast game when you're shooting free throws.
Nope.
It's going to kill the flow of the game.
Yep.
Gibson goes 2 of 2. He's got 21.
I hope you didn't have anywhere to be tonight, because it might be a long last 5 minutes of this one.
Yup. Long with it on the right wing. Wants to drive. Drops it back out to Stepney. His three. No good. Rebounds loose. It gets tipped to Garrett. He tries to pass it. Now he puts it up. Pulled down by Dufelmeyer this time, and he's fouled.
Did you see Dufelmeyer?
He can jump.
That kid's got some hops. Nice job.
He draws the foul. He'll go to the line for the 1-and-1. The foul called on Long, his first.
I don't care what anybody says about his Miami Dolphins team shoes. Kid's got hops, right? Nice little rebound there.
That's what the cool kids are wearing nowadays. First free throw misses the
make
front end.
those.
Cochise with it, and they're going to draw the foul as Evans quickly into the front court.
And
That's Dufelmeyer's third. He will check out. Waddups will check back in.
still got a little bit to give here. So far, 8 fouls from Cochise, 2 by the Bruins.
Great defense there by Rawson on the inbound. They try to get it quickly to Polk Hilliard, taken away. Waddups with it into the front court. Waddups works to the right wing.
No zero
High
time.
post to Johnson.
There you go.
Johnson, a couple power dribbles, spins to the baseline, puts it up, no good. Rebound grabbed by Rawson. Rawson cuts to the rim, puts it up, no good. Tipped around, Long pulls it down for Cochise. Cochise in the lane, Long finishes with the left hand, great finish.
Yep. Back to 16, 57-41.
You got to stop the ball there. You can't let Long go that
Nope.
distance dribbling like that for the finish. Waddups with it. Gibson wants to go inside. Just they can't get it inside now. Stepney with it. Great pass to Garrett, and he slams it with 2 hands.
Wow. Gibson's looking a little tired.
The Bruins offense is looking a little bit tired.
It is, right? Gonna call it timeout. Good call.
Full timeout taken by Coach Todd Phillips. 14:27 to go. Bruins up 57-43. And it's a very back and forth game, Matt.
It really is.
It kind of felt like a few minutes ago, all right, Salt Lake's going to kind of run away with it and hide here. And now all that momentum's gone right back to the Cochise side.
There it has. And looks like we're going to be talking about some foul issues.
Yeah.
Definitely down the road. Garrett has got 3 for Cochise. That's, man, I'll tell you what. I think the last 5 minutes of this thing's going to be foul shots.
Well, and Shepard has 3 and Jones has 3.
Yeah.
2 of the two starters for Cochise.
And they're sitting on the bench right now. We'll see if they check in after this timeout.
So look for the Bruins. I mean, you got to keep trying to pound it inside, but they're not going to let them.
Yeah, no.
They're trying to jump every one of those passes. You have to make a good inlet pass.
You know, and we're 5 minutes into this half, and we haven't seen Masoko yet.
Yeah.
We saw him earlier in the first half. I wonder if we'll see a little bit of that, give a little bit of Gibson Johnson a chance to rest. And maybe we'll see more Waddups. Let's see who steps up here, right?
Well, here he comes. Christian Musoko checks in during the timeout. Tyler Rawson checks out.
What are
no
these?
changes for Cochise.
It's the big jumbo package for
the jumbo package.
Big jumbo package.
The goal line package. Send in the hogs, Butkus. Waddups with it. Takes the baseline. Wants
terrible.
to go cross court. But it's still by Cochise. Gets thrown right to White. Now Waddups, his 18-footer, no good. Rebounds loose. Ebert comes out with it. Now White will drive, drop it to Johnson. He'll go up, under, and finish with the right hand.
There you go. 23 points for Gibson Johnson.
Evans quickly into the lane. He's stripped, and he draws the foul.
Yeah, Waddups had 1 to give there. That's not necessarily a bad foul.
It's Waddups' second 13 foul on the Bruins.
13 foul. That's not a bad foul, you know. Makes him slow it down, changes the tempo a little bit. Not a terrible foul to give away.
Cochise gets it into Evans. Bruins stay in the 2-3 zone. Now Long on the right wing. Back up top to Evans. They swing it to Stepney. Stepney wants to drive. Pulls up from 15. It's well short, and it falls right to Ebert. Ebert one-on-one. Goes around Evans and finishes with the right hand.
Nice.
And then he steals the inbounds pass, but it's swatted by Polk Hilliard. Great play there by both ends. And then we're going to have a foul on the other end on Gibson Johnson for reaching in. Gibson's second. Great play there by Ebert. You kind of want to see him pull it out, though, when you see Polk Hilliard coming at you.
Doesn't feel, even with these two teams, it still doesn't feel like there's been a ton of fast break points.
Yeah. It's been.
Still feels like they're getting into the offense, settling it, and then looking for that opportunity. But neither team is running away with it on the transition.
Cochise gets it in. Stepney in the corner. Hennings thought about the long three. Decides against it. Now he backs it out. In the corner. Quick three by Jones. Got it.
Wow.
That was no messing around.
No, but if that's the shot that they're going to have to rely on here for the last 13 minutes, it's going to be a long night for the Apaches. That's a great shot, don't get me wrong, and making it is great, but that's not the shot you want to have to rely on each time down the floor.
Ebert with it up top. Wants to go inside to Musoko. Backs out. One dribble for three. Got it.
Got it. Look at that kid.
He's the spark plug off the bench.
Right. Nice play.
Hennings with it. Now Jones. Up top to Stepney. Stepney with Ebert on him. Drives. Drops it to Mack. One bump to Musoko. Now he kicks it back out up top to Hennings. 9 on the shot clock. Hennings wants to drive. Great pass to Garrett. He goes up, swatted, but he is fouled. You got to stay home when Hennings drives. You got to stay home.
Right. You don't jump against the 5'6" guy, right?
Foul
you don't need to.
Foul called on Musoko. His third. We're going to go to Brittany down on the sideline. Brittany, what do you got for us?
The Bruins came out this second half like they had a talking to at halftime. Coach Phillips said that they don't have to throw. Once again, he stressed how important it is to move the ball. And he closed the timeout by saying, let's go put a stamp on this.
Thanks, Brittany. Bruins up 63-46. Free throw. First one missed by Garrett. He's set for his second. He goes 1 of 2. Subs for Cochise as Shepard and Blackman return.
Full court press back for Cochise.
They get it into Ebert. Ahead to Wattups. They go inside to Musoko.
Will the kid look to shoot? Yes, he will.
No good. Oh, but just takes it away from Shepard, and then it goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it went off of Musoko. Cochise basketball.
I tell you what, though, the kid missed it. Still went back in there and got it back. Just got to concentrate. Square your feet, right?
Yep.
Look at the basket, square up, and put it in. A lot of this over-under. We got to square up and put that thing in.
Hennings with it, wants to drive. Tries to go in the corner. It's batted out of bounds by Rawson.
Looks like we're going to see Toulson here.
He checks back in. White checks out. Blackman to put it in play on the baseline.
Coach Phillips going with a little bit more of a shooting lineup.
They get it in quickly to Mack. His 18-footer no good. Musoko with the board for the Bruins. Bruins up 63-47, 11:40 to go. Rawson with it. Now back to Wattups. They run pick and roll. Wattups for three. Around no good. Boarded by Shepard for Cochise. Hennings cross court to Jones. He wants three more. He's got three more.
Wow. 13-point spread now. Bruins 63. Apaches 50.
Jones now with 12. Rawson with it up top, goes to Wattups.
You've noticed that the Bruins have gone away from that underneath too, right?
I think they knew they were going to get fouled.
Yeah, I think
pretty
you're right.
much.
Yeah. Nice.
Rawson knocks down a 15-footer.
Yeah, nice basket there. Good, solid, high percentage shot, right?
Hennings, long three. No good. Good hustle there by Cochise, by Blackman to save it, but it goes right to the Bruins.
That's what you want to keep with right now, right?
Yep.
Square up, high percentage shots. You don't want to give anything
good
away.
step through.
Nice.
Oh, misses the layup. The rebound, though, grabbed by Toulson. Now Rawson has it. He backs it out to Wattups. They reset, run some more clock. Wattups with it. Henning's on him.
They're giving it to Ebert.
Thought about the three.
He did.
Now he gets it to Rawson. Rawson drives, gets in the lane, gets triple teamed and oh, they bust him for a travel. That's a tough call.
Yeah, especially by the back ref, right?
Yep.
I mean, he's at half court. That's I don't know as I'm.
Yeah.
A lot of contact going through there. Coach Phillips doesn't like it.
Hennings with it into the front court. Goes to Shepard. Up top to Mack. Hennings gets it back now on the left wing. Shepard open on the block. Goes to work. And draws the foul.
Really?
I'm guessing on the spin, Musoko hit his elbow.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
we don't have the angle to see it, but
No.
that's kind of what it looked like. He spun and his shoulders kind of jerked a little bit.
Yeah.
Foul call on Musoko. That's his fourth. Free throw by Shepard. No good. Subs coming in for the Bruins. Gibson's going to return for Musoko. So exactly 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
Bruins up 15.
This is right about that time in the first half where Cochise started to make a little bit of run, started to put a dent in that 15, 16-point lead. So let's see if they match it up again.
0 for 2 for Shepard.
Bruins keeping a little bit of a bigger lineup out there.
Gibson right to the rim, but Rawson with the big slam.
Nice.
The big follow. That was emphatic.
Yeah, he put that down.
And then on the other end, still by the Bruins, they push it out to Rawson. Oh! He tries to go showtime and misses.
Just didn't have enough legs, did he? Wasn't even close.
He's coming out of the game.
Yeah.
Marcus White immediately called upon. Shepard on the other end gets to the rim, puts it up, no good. Rawson with the board.
What's the lesson in that, kids? Always go for points.
Just finish.
You don't get points for style. You get points for going through the bucket.
Bruins try to go inside to Johnson, but it's taken away by Mack. And the Cochise pushes ahead. Drops it off to Shepard. He puts it up and gets it to go with the right hand. We'll get a timeout taken by Cochise, as Shepard's now got 11. Tyler Rawson not uber excited to return to the huddle here. But once again, the Bruins want to pound it inside, and so Cochise knows this. You've got to check the backside when you go for the pass into the post.
Right.
You've got to make sure that you can get the pass there.
Right. And don't get sucked in. Don't get drawn across the paint, right?
Yep.
For the great-looking block or whatever you think is going to happen, you got to stay home on that backside. That's your job.
Bruins still shooting it reasonably well. Taking a quick look at the stats. They're 26 of 56 from the field for 46%. Cochise got their average up to 40%, going 21 of 52. The Bruins are 5 of 16 from downtown. Cochise 7 of 24. And the Bruins have really improved from the stripe. They're up to 10 out of 15. Cochise has slipped down to 42% at 3 out of 7. So, yeah.
So here we thought it was going to be it. Now, look at the foul situation on Cochise on the floor. They're putting their three. They got to put their guys back out there with 3 fouls, right?
Yeah. Jones has been back out on the floor, and you got to leave him in the game.
Yeah.
He's kept you in the game, knocking down those threes.
No, you have to.
He's got 12 points at the half. He had 3.
Yeah.
So he's got 9 points here in the second half.
And the kid's got a beautiful stroke.
And it's
He
quick.
does. It's quick. Quick release.
He
nice
can pump it up
range.
there quick.
Yeah.
Full court press again here by Cochise. The Bruins get it into Ebert. He brings it into the front court. Now Toulson, they back it out to Wattups. White with it. The Bruins have gone short again with White at the 4. They go inside to Johnson. He spins baseline, puts it up, counting the foul.
Finally. Right? Square up, make the shot.
Well, a good pass into the post that time by Marcus White really put Gibson in a win-win situation.
Yeah, right.
He could go either way, and a good seal there by Gibson. Foul on Mack. It's his third, 9th team foul on Cochise. Gibson at the line for one.
Hey, don't look now. He's got 26 points.
He's if it's not the high for the season, it's got to be close.
I believe this is what they call killing it, right?
I believe so.
And the kid is killing it. He's having a great night.
Bruins get it into White for the first time. Cochise tries to trap. They push ahead to Ebit. Now Waddups with it in the corner. Waddups takes the baseline. Great move in the corner to Toulson. Oh, he had the three, and then he traveled. Pump that three up, Connor. Turnover by the Bruins. Subs for Cochise as Shepard's going to check in for Mack.
5 more rebounds. Johnson gets his double-double. He's got 5 rebounds on the night already. 3 offensive, 2 defensive. I really think he would have 2, right?
Yeah.
Especially the way that Apaches have been shooting.
Yeah, absolutely. Hennings with it. Up top. He goes in the corner to Jones. Get out on that kid. Puts it up, no good. Rebounds loose. Polk Hilliard grabs it, but he is fouled.
Yep.
He'll go to the line for 2. They do a good job of running Jones. It kind of reminds me of the J.C. Carroll days back at Utah State.
Oh,
just
yeah.
running him through all those picks.
Yeah.
He just runs the baseline, and he gets 3 picks, and he's squaring up for a 3 as soon as he catches it. Polk Hilliard at the line. The foul was called on Gibson Johnson, his 3rd. So Musoko already on the bench with 4. Gibson on the floor with 3, and then Rawson, the other Bruin, big man of the main 3, he has got 1. Polk Hilliard goes 2 for 2. Bruins up 16. And they turn it over. First turnover created there by the Cochise press, and Hennings able to finish with the floater. They get it into Ebit. He gets it to White. White goes cross court to Waddups. Into the post to Gibson. He goes up, under, and finishes with the right hand.
He's killing it.
28.
I mean, it's working for him, right? I don't even know. Just go ahead and park him there for the next 7 minutes.
Jones
Right?
puts up an air ball. Absolutely.
I don't see any reason. I don't see any reason to get
At
away from
some
that.
point, get him out wide. Let him shoot another 3.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. You don't want him too confident, though.
Subs for Cochise as Evans checks back in for Hennings. 7:30 to go. They get it into Toulson. Now to Waddups. Nice, slow it down. Waddups with it.
Now's the time you want to start taking some time off the clock, right?
Yep.
You got your lead. You've established your dominance. Now you want to take a little bit of time off that clock.
Waddups drives, gets it to Ebit in the corner. His 3 off the side of the backboard, but it falls right to Toulson.
Wow.
And it's better to be lucky than good sometimes.
Yep. Right there to scoop it up.
Stepney gets it inside
Back.
to Shepard.
Backside again.
He had it if he wanted it. And now
Foul
we're
on the
getting a
floor.
foul on the floor called on Toulson.
That'll be his 3rd.
And I have just got confirmation. Gibson's career high before tonight was 25. So with his
there we go.
28 points, takes down his career high.
No zero puts up 28.
It's tough to lose. Foul on Toulson, that's his 3rd. And we're going to get our second and our final media timeout here in the second half. 6:55 to go. Bruins up 74-56. And Matt, I think if the Bruins could have come out and really kind of drawn up a best case scenario, you can't ask for something much better than 7 minutes left. You're up big.
No, I mean, we knew that the size of the Bruins was going to be trouble for Cochise. We knew that. And the Bruins played a great strategy. Aside from 3 or 4 minutes there in the first half where they went to a more kind of athletic breakdown, right?
Yeah.
I mean, which is why Gibson's got 28 points.
That's exactly. Well, look, speaking exactly to that, at the half, the Bruins had 22 points in the paint. They already have 42 now. So they've already got 20 points here in the second half. We've got 7 minutes left.
Yep.
And Cochise, they had 18 at the half, and they've only had 12 here in the second half.
Yep.
So the Bruins doing a much better job of really collapsing on those drivers and taking care of that backside. We talked about that a fair amount.
And, the other thing is better than 39% from the free throw line.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I mean,
They've
they're
knocked
almost
down those free throws.
They're almost at 70% from the free throw line, so got to make the free ones.
At the line, coming out of the timeout, it is number 20, Brandell Evans. For the 1-and-1. First one's no good. Rebound grabbed by White. And Wattops brings it into the front court. Dufelmeyer drives, gets in the lane, goes cross court to Newbold. Newbold for three. Got it.
He's set. He thought about it, and then he thought, hey, he had enough time. Nice looking shot. Good confidence from the kid.
Best 3-point field goal percentage on the team at 45% coming into tonight.
He comes off the bench strong. It's a nice confidence builder.
Long gets in the lane, flicks it up with the left hand and gets it to go. Dufelmeyer.
Looks like Cochise is just going to bail out of that.
Yeah, once they get it in play, if they're not buried in the corner, it's pretty much just fall back into that man-to-man.
Small athletic lineup again.
Yep, only one big man on the floor for the Bruins, and 2 point guards in Dufelmeyer and Wattops. Dufelmeyer hands to Wattops, 5 on the shot clock. He'll put up a long three. It's short, boarded by Shepard for Cochise. Evans quickly into the front court, goes to the rim, puts it up, no good. Newbold with the board for the Bruins.
Tell you what, the kids come in and made a mark, right? Ooh.
That's what you call a rim breaker.
Wow.
That was stiff. That was stiff.
Man.
It was clean.
It was clean.
100% clean.
Just wasn't
100%
looking, but
set. He
boy,
didn't see it coming.
Boy, he just laid him out, didn't he?
And Rawson went Sean Taylor. He just kind of stood over him for half a second. Stepney on the other end. Gets it to Polk Hilliard on the pass, but we'll get a foul called on the pass. Stepney will go to the line for the 1-on-1. Foul called on White.
He's still feeling it. And and
the coach is still working for that call.
Yeah. Yeah, and Rawson just exchanged some words.
Some pleasantries.
Yeah, it didn't look like it.
It wasn't dirty at all.
No, it didn't look like it was vicious, but
it was you need to back off my point guard kind of a screen.
Evans is feeling it. He's going down to the end of the bench with the towel right now. Yeah, look at him. He's walking kind of
gingerly.
Yes.
Second free throw is short. Rebound goes out of bounds off of Cochise. Bruin basketball.
If I'd have said to you before the game that the free throw percentage would be better for Slick than it would be for Cochise, what would you have said?
I would say it would be tough to beat us.
Yeah.
Bruins with it in the front court.
Good call right there, right?
Slow it down.
Slow it down. Burn some clock. 5 minutes left.
Newbold with it on the left wing. Up top to White.
Oh,
great
there
pass
you go.
to Rawson.
That's money in the bank right there.
Biggest lead of the night for the Bruins, 81-59.
That's peanut butter to my jelly.
You're funny. Polk Hilliard on the other end, counting the foul. Great finish there by Polk Hilliard. Peanut butter to my jelly. The freshman from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, going to the line for the and one. Subs for the Bruins. As Gibson checks in for Wattops, the Bruins are going to go big again here. Go down to Brittany on the sideline. What's up, Brittany?
Lots was said at the last timeout. The coaches said that the team has to make sure they're reading the plays. When they're playing zone, make sure you're talking. It'll help everyone know where they should be. And commit to the D. You can't lose the lead when you're this far up. Back to you guys.
It's exactly right. Commit to the defense, really shut things down.
Right.
You're not going to lose.
I mean, at this point, 81-62, it's about maintenance, right?
Yep.
Nothing stupid. Want to keep your guys healthy. Want to burn some clock. Want to take good shots.
No turnovers and rebound.
Right. And it looks like, let's see, right around the 4:43 mark here in the second half, we're gonna see a lot of this. We're gonna see a lot of them on the stripe right now, aren't we?
Yep. Foul called on Long. Rawson at the line for two.
You didn't have anywhere to be tonight, did you?
Absolutely not.
No.
It's not like I have to drive back to Logan tonight.
No, we're going to be right here for the next while.
Yes.
72.2% now for free throw percentage for the Bruins.
Rawson goes 2 for 2.
That'll raise it up a little bit.
He only had 3 at the break. He's up to 15 now. And then we'll have a turnover on Hennings as he steps out of bounds. Cochise arguing that he got pushed out of bounds. And I'll tell you what, I've been impressed with Hennings. Kid's done a good job. 9 assists, only 3 turnovers.
Well, at the end of the day, it wasn't talent, right?
Yep.
The kill Cochise. It's just
size.
Yeah. You got to have a big man. White.
Put back, no good. Boarded by Cochise. Hennings wants to push into the front court. Goes to the short corner to Polk Hilliard. He works into the paint. Double team comes. Puts it up. No good. White with the board for Salt Lake.
I don't know as I would call that a board. Did White even
he just
jump?
grabbed it. Yeah. Ooh, that's a thin foul.
Jones, that'll be his 4th.
Yep.
And that is a thin foul.
Yeah. That looked
It
like it could have been a jump.
Yeah.
Newbold did a good job of ripping it away, but
boy, it looked like it could have gone either way on that one.
I thought it was just a play on. 100%.
Yeah, no, I thought
it wasn't a jump. It wasn't a foul. It was just.
Yeah.
Newbold's first free throw, perfect. Subs for the Bruins. Ebert checks out. White checks. Or Ebert checks in. White checks out.
Let's not get let the refs get 2, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's actually been a relatively easy game for them to call.
It has, man. I mean, it got a little more aggressive here in the second half.
Yeah.
We've already got 21 fouls here in the second half.
Free throws now up to 75% for the Bruins.
Foul on the inlet pass on Gibson Johnson.
Not a smart foul, right?
Nope. Let him catch it. He's 15 feet from the bucket.
Right.
At the line for 2. It will
That'll
be number
be his
12,
4th.
Emmanuel Shepard. Shepard so far tonight, 1 out of 3 from the stripe. First one is perfect. Subs for Cochise as Stepney checks back in for Long. Shepard set for his second. He goes 2 for 2. Full court press back on here by Cochise. Gibson to put it in play. Gets it in the middle to Newbold. Now they slow it down. Great play there by Newbold. He could have pushed. There's no reason to. Run some clock.
No. I mean, you're up almost 20, 19 points. We got 3:52 left on the clock, right?
Yep.
Burn some clock. Good shots. Rebound. You got the rebounding advantage, right?
You've got take care of the ball. Turnover there by
terrible
Rawson.
pass.
Stepney on the other end.
Oof. And he's going to take the foul, too.
Did a good job of keeping it clean till he swings his arm down.
Yep.
Just keep your arm straight
Just
up.
keep your arm
Let
straight
him
up.
Right into you. As soon as you swing that arm down, you know it's going to be a foul. Stepney going to the line for 2. That's only the second personal on Rawson. 21-point lead for the Bruins, 85-64. Free throw by Stepney, no good.
That'll take him down back below 50% or 60%, excuse me. 56.3% from the free throw line tonight. Golly days, I'm having trouble with that. Free throw
line. Stepney goes 1 out of 2. 3:37 to go, Bruins up 20. Dufemeyer with it into the front court. Rawson with it up top. Rawson wants 3, and he's got it. Big
Good.
man can shoot.
Nice ball fake.
Yep.
Put the rock in. I'll tell you what, though. This great shot by Rawson. But is that the shot you want at 3:15?
Absolutely. Run it up, baby. No. You kind of want to see, move that ball a little bit more, try and get a let, because they've got to press on the defensive end.
Move the ball a little bit more. and get around.
Foul on Rawson. That's his third.
Yeah, he's picked up 2 quick fouls here in the last couple minutes.
Hennings knocks down the first and the second. Newbold gets it into Johnson. Now he slows it back down to Dufemeyer. 3:10 to go. Bruins up 88-67. Johnson with it up top. Hands to Dufemeyer. Now 15 on the shot clock. Great pass. Johnson for 2. Wide open.
Why not?
Wide open.
Why not? Kid's got 30 points.
Yep. Polk Hilliard wants to drive, goes right at Rawson. Great play by Rawson. Oh, but then he steps out of bounds as he tries to save it to Gibson. Subs for the Bruins as McKay Johnson checks in for the first time, and then Marsalis Johnson returns, as does Christian Musoko, as Newbold, Rawson, and Gibson Johnson check out. And the inbounds pass taken away by Ebert to McKay. Up top to Ebert. Slam it down, big man.
Wow. That was nice. Yeah.
Great pass by McKay. And Ebert with the one hand.
Didn't even think about it.
That was aggressive. That was
that
awesome.
Was nice. That was nice. I'll tell you what.
Jones almost stripped by McKay. They're going to say it went off of McKay and out of bounds. That was the exclamation point.
Well, yeah, and you know what? My personal opinion, couldn't happen to a nicer kid. Ebert's had a good second half.
Yeah.
He's played good defense. He's been smart with the ball. He's taken his shot when he had the opportunity. He hasn't forced it. So that's a nice little gift.
Hennings, good crossover, gets in the lane, drops it to Shepard, and he puts it up for 2.
Because at the end of the night, everybody's going to talk about, right? Everybody's going to talk about Johnson, Toulson.
The reverse.
Wow.
Tyler Rawson, that's how you do a reverse.
Yes.
School is in session. On the other end, Hennings 3, no good. McKay Johnson with the board.
Now who's put up 90 points? 94-69. About a minute 40 left.
And a huge second half. Only 41 in the first half.
All right.
Ebert with it up top. Hennings harassing him, and we'll get a foul called on Hennings.
Only about a 9 points at halftime. But here in the second half,
yes,
Bruins have outscored Cochise by 20 points.
Wow. Mass subs for Cochise as they get most of the sophomores out of the game. Evans returns. Blackman returns. Garrett returns, as does Mack. Free throw by Ebert is good.
Ebert's having a nice little game.
Ebert is.
Really is.
He's the spark plug off the bench, 4 out of 8 from the field. He's got 8 points.
Yeah.
9 points, excuse me.
There
and
you
the
go.
2 thunderous dunks. Mack with it. It goes off of the foot of Blackman and out of bounds. Bruin basketball.
Well, it looks like we've given up the free throw line. We might not be, right?
Yeah. It's 1:22 to go.
It feels like it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it feels like Cochise has
Decided that it's done. Yeah. But great class by them.
Yeah,
great
no,
team.
right.
It was a very aggressive, very
No, it really
patient
was.
game, but no cheap fouls.
Nope.
Great coaching staff, great players. Glad they could make the trip up here.
Yeah.
McKay with it up top. Gets it to Waddups. Waddups stops, drops it to Musoko. He faces up, spins baseline, goes out of bounds off his foot.
That was
quick.
Didn't work out, but that was a quick spin move.
Yeah.
That was a quick spin move. You just set a land speed record for that spin move. Backside again. Can't get lazy.
Yep, that was just lack of awareness there. Foul's going to be called on Musoko. That'll be his 5th. Somebody's got to check back in. White's going to check back in. 52 seconds to go. At the line for the and one is Jabin Garrett. Garrett's free throw is no good. Board grab by Long, though. He goes right to the rim, puts it up, and finishes with the left hand. He's done pretty well with that left hand tonight. He's got a few good finishes.
No, it really has. You know, I was staring up at the banners here. 2013, 2014, Region 18 champs, district champs.
Yep.
Looks like there might be another banner
Yep.
hanging up this year.
They want one that looks like the 08-09 banner.
Well, they're going to have to do better then, right?
That's the national championship banner.
I'll tell you what.
Marsalis with the pump fake, counted the foul.
Nice effort by the kid. Didn't give up on it.
Yep.
Right? Gave it a little bit of chance. Went in for him. Nice little recovery.
Yep. Pushes the Bruins up to 98-73.
Got
Foul
20.
called on Long, his third.
I'm looking over the scores here. What do we got? Eastern? 101. That was the only game this season we hit over 100.
There's a few that they've been over 100. I don't have all of them on that sheet.
Yeah, but
recently,
the alumni game doesn't count.
that's a fair point. The high on the season, I believe, is 118.
Wow.
They did that in Glendale. Nope, 124 against Impact.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. 124-48.
Here we go. Looks like the Bruins are going to walk off with it.
Bruins can dribble out the clock. They will be your District 1 champions this year, as they will match the 2003-2014 team, and they will get the automatic bid to the NJCAA National Tournament. They're headed to Hutch. One of the teams that's locked that up, and it's a fantastic win.
No, it really was. They played. It was clear the Bruins game with a game plan,
Yep.
and they executed it pretty well, right?
And I would say Cochise had a very good game plan as well.
No, they
It's
did.
just you can only do so much in the paint when you're
Oh, yeah.
that outdone.
Yeah, when you're talking, you got.
You can't go to a gunfight with a knife.
Well, no, and especially not when you got a 225-pound guy.
And a 240-pound dude and a 6'10 dude.
Right. That's a lot of work. And they came out cold. Had Cochise come out right off the bat hot,
knocked down some threes.
right, we might have got a different way. And they gave a good run, right?
They did.
I mean, they closed it down. They diagnosed, but you notice this. Coach Phillips never put that athletic squad in for any more than another minute in the second half, right?
Very, very minimal time. They stayed big.
They stayed
most
big most
of the second half.
right?
As I believe we'll be joined by one of the coaching staff here in a few moments, and we'll also be joined by Gibson Johnson down on the sideline with Brittany. They're just presenting the trophy right now. That is former athletic director Norma Carr for the Bruins, giving the trophy to Todd Phillips, the plaque for the district champions. Great team, just great cats. I mean,
right?
I've been around. It's been 7 teams, I want to say, 7 years of basketball teams. This is one of my favorites. They're a bunch of great guys that
They really
they
are.
all get along. There's been minimal drama. Great coaching staff, just really fun to work with out there, taking their pitchers out on the floor right now. And they've already got the ladder set up to start chopping down the nets. And just best wishes to them as they head to Hutch, trying to bring home a bigger trophy.
Well, you can tell these guys really like playing with each other.
Yeah. Well, and the bench is always a riot. You know, if they're winning, they're over there joking around. There were people towel whipping things.
Yeah.
It's always a great time down there. The coaching staff, they're just so much fun. Great times.
What a good way to cap that off. You know, again, we talked about those 3 regular season losses they took before going into the tournament, right? And now, 4 straight wins.
Did you just see that? So assistant coach Silas Mills goes over to take the ladder away. And I'm not sure, I can't read his lips, but I'm pretty sure, what was said was, why are we cutting down these nets? These nets don't matter. We're going to cut down the real nets. I think is what he was saying.
Right.
But then it was kind of like, no, this is important. Let them cut the nets down. But I think the point was made that this isn't the goal. This isn't the end game.
I think Coach Mills he's still working his point over there. Right?
Absolutely. And it's a good point.
It is a good point. Yeah.
But Waddups just comes down with his piece of net. Toulson went up there first. Here goes Gibby. Great 2 years working with Gibby. Got a great sense of humor, a great personality. Wish him well at whatever team gets stuck with him next year.
Right?
Just kidding, Gibson. Number 0. Marcus White now making the climb. Sophomore from Milwaukee, had 2 great years here inside Bruin Arena. As we're mainly waiting, I'm not sure who's going to join us. Oh, I think they're getting Gibson to come over to talk with Brittany right now. So as soon as they're ready, we'll go down courtside with Gibson and Brittany Calendris. You're listening to it live right here on Radio SLCC and KSL.com. Oh, geez, Brittany, she's standing up on the bench to try and be close to his height. Go ahead, Brittany.
I am joined with Gibson Johnson. You had an incredible night. You guys are region champs, you're district champs, you're going to nationals. How does it feel?
Feels amazing. I mean, worked 2 years for it, and all that hard work's finally paying off. So we finally are playing our best basketball at the right time. It feels really good.
And you had a total of 30 points. What helped you get those 30 points? How was the offense contributing to helping you score?
Every night on this team, it can be someone different. Tonight just happened to be my night. We knew that we had a mismatch down in the bigs, and so we just kept feeding them, and luckily I had some buckets fall, but it was just a good team performance.
And last, what was said from the coaches at the half in the locker room that motivated you guys to come out and have the energy you needed? Because it was completely different than the first half.
They just came in the locker room and asked us if we want to win, because we came out strong, and then we kind of let up because we got content with how we were playing. So he kind of sparked us again, just like he did at the start of the game. We were able to come out on top.
Congrats. Good luck in Kansas.
Thanks, Brittany. Great job down there. Gibson, just a cool cat. And he's right. It's a team game. Anyone could have done it tonight. It was just his turn.
Well, and it actually, if you look down through the scoring sheet, it was pretty balanced. Obviously you got Gibson at the top there, giving up, 30 points away? But you got 10 out of White.
All right, we're going to quickly go down. She's with Coach Phillips on the sideline. Go ahead, Brittany.
All right, I am joined with Coach Todd Phillips. And Coach, you guys are region champs, district champs. You're going to nationals. How does it feel?
Feels really, really good. We had a great tournament last week and then turn around and win today. The kids played really good. They bought in, and it's been good. It's been great. The kids are excited to go to nationals. That's been our goal from day one.
And I asked Gibson his opinion, but what was said in the locker room that motivated them to come out with the energy they needed to the second half?
Some of those words can't be said, but I just challenged them a little bit because we got complacent. We were up like 15, and we just got complacent down the stretch in this first half. And I challenged them to come out and step on their neck and play really hard in the second half, and I thought they did a great job of that.
Thank you so much. Good luck in Kansas.
Thank you very much.
Good job down there, Brittany. Coach Todd, just a great dude.
Yeah. I mean, a great example of what you want out of a coach.
Here he goes. Net's coming down. I believe last person to ascend the ladder.
Right.
The head coach. Make the few last cuts. But there's so much fun to play. Oh, I lied. It's still up there. Somebody's going to have to take it down. Maybe it's going to be Coach Marble. Both Coach Todd and Coach Marble have been here for as long as I've been here. I'm not 100% sure how many years it's been. I've read their bio, but it's been a while.
Right.
But both of them, great dudes. Super excited for them.
Both coaches mentioning it's a team effort, and the stat line reveals that.
Yep.
You only got one player that didn't get a bucket tonight.
I would like, we didn't talk about this off the air. Let's go ahead and give 2 points to McKay Johnson. He's Gibson Johnson's little brother.
No, right.
We're going to take 2 from Gibson. We're going to give them to McKay.
Okay, good. Yes, let's do that.
He's the little brother. Big brother's been picking on him his whole life.
No, right.
And there it is, assistant coach Brian Swindlehurst making the final cut to take the net down. Look. But congratulations to these guys. Awesome.
Yeah, right. Great feel. Good crowd.
Yeah.
Crowd ended up showing up,
Yep.
right? Got a nice little crowd out of it. What a great night for the Bruins. A really fun experience. And these guys, it's just going to get more exciting for them.
Yep.
They're heading out to Kansas?
Yep, Kansas.
Yeah, so good luck to them. Represent our school and our campus well, and I know they will. They've been great guys to look up to. They've been a good example of what athletics can be, and really excited for them. I'm really excited to start hearing the stories coming back from their trip.
Well, and it's a team you can bring your kids to and watch, and you're like, hey, this is how you do
Yeah.
it. They're not a team that's pulling up from 40 feet.
No.
You know, Steph Curry's fun to watch, but you don't really want your kid to play that way.
Right. Well, very different.
Bunch of great guys.
Very different than that 2012, 2013, Gary Payton junior team, right? It is. They've got some good players, some hallmarks, but again, tonight when they needed it, everybody did their part.
Yep.
Whether it was 2 points, whether it was 30 points, everybody did their part tonight to make sure that they got the job done they needed done.
Yep, absolutely. There they are posing for the final team picture here inside the arena. They've got the nets down.
Yeah.
Got the trophy. They're waiting for Silas to come back with the trophy.
And if you want more coverage, pay attention the rest of the week. I'm sure RadioSLCC.com will be covering it.
Yep.
We'll have probably a nice little recap end of the bench video episode that'll go up. You can follow along on the Facebook page there for that. But, this was a good win.
Yeah.
It's a good win.
When you've won 4 in a row now, you knocked off the number 3 team in the country, you knocked off a tough CSI team on their floor,
right?
And now you've just beat the Region 1 champions on your home floor.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of momentum going into the national tournament.
And who's they've what? Won their last 4?
Yep.
4 straight.
Yep.
And now's a good time to start winning.
It's when you need to win.
Now's a great time to start having streaks, and this is a good one. Yeah.
So Matt, you got anything else to add?
No, I tell you what, really proud of the guys, really proud of the team. Coaching staff deserves a nod. At everybody that does their job from the top down really had a part in this. This is really has a great team effort feel.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So on behalf of myself, Zach Hodge, my partners in crime tonight, Matt Merkel and Brittany Calindris, have a great night. Good luck at Nationals, Bruins. Bring home that trophy.
Right. Let's see it.
Get to the ship. Good luck. Travel safe. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for listening to a Radio SLCC production of Bruin Athletics, live right here on Radio SLCC and KSL.com, your home for the Bruins.